Zoom is made possible by grants from McDonald's Corporation and McDonald's Restaurants Fund and the Corporation for Public Broadcasting.
It's time to roll out the barrel.
Here's a letter sent in by Roz Recido of Maple Heights, Ohio. Each person should get a balloon and a piece of string. Now blow up the balloons and then try to break it by wrapping the string around the balloon and pulling it on the end. It's fun.
And to find out what's inside today.
It's over here.
And it's a pencil.
Who tied this? I don't know how to tie these balloons. I do.
What are you gonna do?
Some string.
Yeah,
Don't tie it around the neck. Just this one.
Oh, there it is.
Just tie it around the middle.
Oh, the middle.
Like this. Like this. Then you get.
Oh, I see.
Then pull it tight.
I got it on the neck.
Right there. Oh, this is weird. I can't even tie it around.
The neck.
There. I can't tie this.
Look at Whoa, did you go like that?
Oh, look at this.
Did you go like this, Mike?
No, like this. Eh?
Let's do it. Like. Okay. What? I got it. You don't want to get on it. What I've got. Oh, popped it. We did it again.
Sort of hard to say. Pull in the middle, right?
Oh, check it.
Yeah.
Pull it.
Oh!
You pull it in.
I did it. I did it.
Mike. Good way to get mad. I know.
Hey! Now balloon.
Yeah,
I think Rose has it.
This one.
Hey! This is stubborn.
Hold on.
Stubborn balloon. Pull it!
Oh! I got me.
How mine?
Go fast. Last night, my dog tried to chew up my pocket dictionary.
What'd you do about it?
I took the words right out of his mouth.
Kaskaskia, well, it's a pretty place. Sometimes tourists come over here. They don't know where they're at. People around here know everybody. They're all friends. Well, the farmers live around here. They're all pretty friendly people.
Kaskaskia, Illinois is an island in the Mississippi River. Its rich farmlands are protected from the river by a levee.
The levee's a pile of dirt so it's made to hold about 40 feet of water, and it surrounds the island and protects it from flooding.
In the spring of 1973, heavy rains caused the Mississippi to rise so far that the river broke through the levee and flooded Kaskaskia. The flood caused a lot of damage and forced everyone who lived there to leave the island. 6 months later, Zoom visited Kaskaskia, where several kids told us their story of the flood.
Well, first back in spring, the levee almost broke. It was real cold one night, and there was wash waves. They were eating away the levee.
The levee started washing away, and they had to fill in the sandbags, and it finally broke through. It just went over the top. Then the wind started after it all got leveled off. It just broke, and everything was a mess. Well, I'm standing on the levee right now, and behind me is one of the breaks in the levee that happened during the flood. And when the water was up, it was up to the top of the levee at one point. Some places it was washed off to just the side of it, and some places all the soil was washed out. The levee is the highest point on the island, and like the animals that would be on top of here, and they would get up on top of the rooftops. Like there was a fox on top of one person's house. As it went by, they saw it up there stranded.
Gary Menard, he was building a new house just right over there, and and he didn't even get moved in it. And then the flood came and it wrecked it, and there's a tree on it.
I think he's gonna move somewhere else.
It was about 2 months, I guess, before the water started going down.
After the flood, everything was just a mess. There was mud everywhere, and you hardly saw any grass at all. And you saw all these torn down houses without anybody running around, hardly any wildlife or anything.
This is my house, what's left of it. This here is one of the bigger bedrooms, and over in there is another bedroom and the bathroom. This here is the living room. And here's a bedroom where I used to sleep at. Whenever my sister first saw it, I think that she was crying because it was just an awful mess. I had 2 beds on opposite sides and a small little dresser here and a large bureau right in through here. And I just thought, it won't be the same.
My house looked a lot worse than this after the flood. And when I first saw it, I thought, this can't be our house. It just doesn't look like it. But it was. And it took about 3 months to get the whole place cleaned up. And now we're starting to rebuild back on it again so we can come over here and live. This is the school that we go to now. And in this pile of junk behind me is the school that we went to last year. It got hurt so bad in the flood that it had to be knocked down because there was about 3 or 4 bricks holding up one side of the building.
When everybody heard the levee was going to break on the island, they evacuated it. Most of the people moved into houses with relatives until they could figure out some other place to live. The government gave us trailers and other needs. The trailers, they're different from a house. They're kind of crowded and you don't have as much room. And here in St. Mary's, it's all crowded up together and everybody's right together and everything. It's not as peaceful as what it used to be.
Well, it's just fun over here. You have plenty of places to go romp around.
We're one of the few people that moved back on the island. And I'm glad to be back because where we were living, there wasn't nothing to do except go to town. All you do is mess around and get in trouble anyway. I guess some of the other kids will be coming along pretty soon. I hope so.
We don't think we're going to move back because my father is afraid that if they don't build the levee back or make it higher, that next year if he spends all the money to build a house, that it'll just get washed away again or get tore up. It makes me sad in a way not to be able to come back. It's just home.
Here's a letter sent in by Gwen Garfinkel of Van Nuys, California, and she writes, Dear Zoom, I have a special place where I can sit and think in peace, and you may think I'm a nut, because this place is a garage, and it's dirty, webby, and dusty, but I like it. Some of my friends think that it's silly just to sit and think and sit and think, but I say it's not, and I ask them, why do you think so? They never answer me because there's no answer. It's a nice place, as though a leprechaun guarded it.
Princess Plainface, sent in by Barbara McKinney of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. There once was a princess who could not get married because, well, she was plain. Her hair was straggly and mouse-colored. All her subjects called her Princess Plainface. She was helpful and friendly, and all her subjects liked her.
She's nice.
But she's plain.
But I do like her.
Yeah, you got a point.
The king and queen were troubled. They liked her very much.
I wish you were pretty.
I'm good.
Don't talking to, mofo.
Sorry. I said I'm worried.
I am sad that she could not get married.
Me too. Pass the milk, dear.
Then, one day, the cook quit.
I quit!
And so, the princess decided to do the cooking herself. The steam reddened her cheeks and made the hair go back around her face. And then, one day, a prince came and ate at the palace.
She's not bad.
You're handsome.
Oh, no, I'm not. My ears are too big and my hair sticks out, but you're beautiful.
No, I'm not. My hair's messy colored and I'm plain.
Will you marry me?
Okay.
And so they were married by the cook, who had gotten himself a better job as justice of the peace. The end.
Here's a game sent in by Tanya Chambers of Portland, Texas. It's called Air Route, and it's a lot like musical chairs. First, each player chooses the name of a city. Then, one kid is the caller. When the caller calls out the names of 2 or more cities, those kids have to jump up and find a new seat. Whoever's left without a seat is the new caller. All flights means everybody has to switch seats. But if you get up when the caller says all flights canceled, then he gets your seat and you're the caller. Did you get that?
All flights canceled.
Chicago, Salt Lake City, and Houston. San Juan, Washington. I said sit there.
Slow.
I'll fight! Hey! No, you can have it.
Thank you very much.
All flights canceled! Houston and Chicago.
Houston.
The inside check that time.
Salt City, Houston, Washington, everyone, all flights.
Michael. Houston, Chicago, Salt Lake City, and Puerto Rico. Hey, everybody sing this. Go for the pancake.
Okay, you said the wrong thing.
Los Angeles, New Orleans, and Houston.
Hey.
Oh my God!
Getting the times now.
Sour face.
New Orleans and San Juan. San Juan! You're really a fun one.
Rose, never again.
Timmy, Washington! Houston! What are you moving? Oh, yeah!
If you have a game that you don't have to buy, send it to Zoom.
I started skating when I was 1 year old. My father got me interested because he used to skate. They started me just skating for fun. Then I started getting real serious about it, and they started me on private lessons. On my first lesson, I was kind of nervous because I didn't know what to do, and I kept falling. After a while, when you start getting used to the idea that you really have to, stand up, then you start doing it, and from then on I've been going ever since. There are two kinds of skating, figures and freestyle. And on the figures there are circles drawn on the floor. You try to follow them with your feet, and the freestyle is jumping, spinning, and footwork.
Very good.
This will be my second year with John and Dee Dee at Warlex. Dee Dee will teach me the arm movements and the ballet, and John teaches most of the footwork. I like working with John and Dee Dee because they, like, when they want you to do something, they tell you exactly how.
All right, Kathy, I want to work in the left outer forward 3 turn. All right, I'd like you to take it from about this point, quarter of the circle, do the turn. Let me see the edge after the turn and come back, do it again, so I can keep looking at the turn, and we can work on that to try to perfect it. It's going good. 3 legs in line, good. But keep the weight on the back wheels. Very good. Extended the leg really nice that time. Good. Try it again. Make sure the shoulders get around until they're over the line. Good. Very good. It's going good. Try it again.
You have to keep a steady edge, and you have to make sure your body is in the right position. Your head has to be up, and you have to make sure your turns are not jumped, and they have to be smooth. There's one big difference between figures and freestyle. When you make a mistake on freestyle, you fall.
Wrists up and sweep down low and across. That wasn't too good, was it?
When you first start skating freestyle, you'll start skating slow, and when you get your balance, you'll start skating faster while you're doing harder jumps and spins.
Really, I still think that the fingers are too straight. You're not using your hands at all. You should just do the end section for me without the music. The very end part. Stay down low. Stay down low. And come up. Wrists up.
When I'm skating in a competition, it's kind of you're kind of nervous because people around you are, looking at you. But it's fun too because it's a challenge to see how good you are. I like freestyle because it's showy, and a lot of people don't really expect seeing something like that from kids my age. I skate about 15 hours a week, and when I tell most people that, they'd say, isn't it hard? But it really isn't, because if you care about skating enough, it's more of a sport, and it's more like you want to do it. It's so much that you can work for, and like I'd like to be as good as I can be.
Habai Febbins, Debbie Yubble have a Hubbard Tubim, Gabby Dibbing, Gabus, Debbie Stebbies, Webel, Ever Fubble Double, Trabai Yubble, Abba Bubby, Gabba Living, Woman Gabba Lemon, Kebby Shubba Cubba, Rubber nubbing, rubber, ever. Wabach.
Blop, 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 blop.
Sabba-labang. Did you understand what that was all about? If you didn't, you're not alone, because some of us have trouble with ubby-dubby too. The way you speak ubby-dubby is you put an ub before every vowel, and you accent the ub, not the vowel. So if you say Danny, you say dubba-nubby, right? Because you put the ub after the D, and you don't accent the A, so you say dubba-nubby.
Dubba-nubby. You know what the
Yeah,
end? Nubby.
dubba-nubby. Dubba-nubby.
Why do you get nubby?
Because, okay, the vowels are A, E, I, O, U, and sometimes Y, right? So you put an up before the Y.
Oh, yeah, sometimes
yeah,
why? I
okay,
thought you just
yeah,
wanted the regular.
yeah. So you say rose, you say rubbos.
How about ship?
Shubber.
Submarine.
Subba ribbon.
Okay, give us a word now.
Okay, say shoe.
Shabu.
Very good.
Oh,
Say,
are you gonna go stop?
say teeth.
Tubby.
Very good. Light.
Labite.
Beep.
Bubby.
Too easy for you. I gotta give you two syllables. Sneaker.
Snubbeaker?
Snubby.
Snub
Snubby.
cover. Snub cover.
No, close.
Snubba cover. Snubba cover.
Oh, almost. Never.
Snubba cover.
It's a vowel.
Snubby cover. Yeah. Snubby.
Snubby cover. Snubby cover.
Yeah, that's it. Stubby cover.
That's what I said in the first place.
It's snubber cover. Snubber cover. Snubber cover.
What's the difference?
Habai. Abam spubby covering. Abba bubby double bubby. Abits abba vubba rubby. Abba zabby loving wubbish tubble lubber. Abba fjabba wubban double lubber. Habba tubble spubby. Abba bubby double bubby. 7 abbas. Abban bubble lubble. Wabbit jabber nubbing. Abba drubbus. Abin dubba. Stubbam. Abba nubbit. Abin wubble 7 jabble. Abba zabun cupboard. Abo cubby.
5, 7, 3, double O, Box 3, 5, O, Boston, Mass, 0, 2, 1, 3, 4.
Get down in Louisiana, close to New Orleans. Way back up in the woods among the evergreens. There stood an old cabin made of earth and wood, where lived a country boy named Johnny B. Good. He didn't ever learn to read or write so well, but he could play a guitar just like a ring of bell. Go, go! Johnny, go, go! Go, Johnny, go, go! Go, Johnny, go, go! Go, Johnny, go, go! Johnny be good.
He used to carry his guitar in a gunny sack. Was it beneath the tree by the railroad track? Old engineer would see him sitting in the shade, strumming with the rhythm that the drivers made. The people passing by, they would stop and say, "Oh my, but that little country boy can play."
Go, go! Go, Johnny, go, go! Go, Johnny, go, go! Go, Johnny, go, go! Go, Johnny, go, go, go! Johnny be good. His mother told him someday you will be a
Zoom is made possible by grants from McDonald's Corporation and McDonald's Restaurants Fund and the Corporation for Public Broadcasting.